Hello and welcome to another episode of Before We Break Up Again. Apologies for the delay today, but various aspects of our lives and our dog's life got in the way of our usual release schedule. That and a little bit of a poor podcast that we recorded yesterday that we didn't release, reasons of which we get into later. We roll around the houses, don't we? This episode follows the traditional Before We Break Up Again format of talking shit at the beginning, trying to find what we want to settle on talking about, and then we eventually start talking about Jessie's breasts and our marriage to be. Are we getting married? Stick around to find out. One extra episode of this podcast is available every week on our Patreon, patreon.com/braveclown. We've had many new listeners flood the podcast. We're very, very grateful. So get on over to Patreon. Get on over. Ugh, I hate it when people use these stock phrases to try and sell you their shit.
And watch your special. Watch Alfie's special on YouTube. It's very good.
If you've not seen the special yet, then give it a watch on my YouTube channel. This is the Before We Break Up Again YouTube channel, patreon.com/braveclown. That's where you'll find the extra episodes. Subscribe, and yes,
I think that's
everything.
Yeah.
Enjoy the episode.
Thank you. Bye.
Good evening, and welcome to a delayed episode of the Before We Break Up Again podcast. Before We Break Up Again podcast.
We almost broke up yesterday.
No, we didn't.
Well, we recorded a podcast and we couldn't release it because we had a little fight.
Yes. It was one of your ambushes.
It wasn't.
Whereby the theme of the podcast suddenly becomes about my flaws.
That's just not true. You took it that way because you were in a terrible mood. Possibly.
And
you were anxious because you had to get somewhere, and you get very, very stressed when there's a risk you might let someone down. And then you kind of shut down in the hour before because you know you're anticipating letting someone down.
Well, I've got to be somewhere in a minute now.
Exactly. I predict this is going to go awfully. So,
well, that maybe you need to come into it with a more can-do spirit. Maybe I was fine yesterday until I wasn't.
I don't agree. I think you were pretty off all day yesterday. I don't know what was going on. You were tired.
I think I am tired.
You are very tired, and you're losing weight, so you're moody.
Very.
You're in a calorie deficit.
You know, there's you got to, if you want the improvements that we will make in life, you know, are borrowed from elsewhere, aren't they?
Too right, Alfie. Too right. How's that cup of tea?
It's nice.
I didn't leave the tea bag in not long enough.
You've really made big strides in your tea game.
Thank you.
And sometimes I'll be at my desk or somewhere in the house maybe, and you'll come in with a surprise cup of tea. And I don't really think there's any joy that is comparable to that.
It's so sweet how you respond as well. Such a sweet smile.
Overjoyed. We're building a castle of love together. Aww. And you're bringing me tea.
Well, it's because for so many years, whenever you asked me to make you a cup of tea, I would just say, no way. Tea seems so much harder than coffee. I
didn't just say, can I have a cup of tea, please? I don't want to make it. You would say, would you like a coffee? And I would say, can I have a tea? And you would say, no.
It's
harder. You offered me a coffee.
It's harder because
what's harder?
Coffee, you just have to pour the water in. It mixes with the coffee granules and then it's done. With the tea, you have to wait.
Well, you've got to put your milk in and maybe some stevia.
No, but I can make a coffee quickly with you. I've got to leave the tea bag in long enough. It's such a bore. But now I'm deciding that I'm going to give you more gifts, and not just like physical gifts, but you know, that's gifts of love. Is tea a gift? An act of service.
Yeah. And now that you've improved your tea making skills, now that you've got a good tea making rhythm, now that you know what the stops and starts and the pauses and actions are, do you feel like maybe it's easier now that you kind of got in the swing of tea making a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's also something to do genuinely with having a kitchen that you like being in. You like doing things in there more. And for so many years, our kitchens were just so fucking gross.
What other acts of love or acts of service can I be looking forward to?
Well, I got you that fucking plant over there, didn't I, today? I unboxed it for you.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Does it count as an act of love if you say, I got you that fucking plant over there?
Sorry, I do swear too much on this. I'm very
sorry. Here's your fucking cup of tea. There's my act of service for the day. You fat fuck.
I'm sorry.
No. It's all in fun.
It's because I'm embarrassed that I did something nice for you. I'm embarrassed. So I'm trying to make it kind of, it's not a big deal. I just got you a £180 plant.
Did you?
That cost £180, Alfie.
Wow.
No, that didn't cost. That cost 95 or something. And the other two hanging ones, in all, it cost 180.
Where are they?
They're in the box still. Yeah.
Well, I really, really like that. And I think plants in a room really breathe life back into it, both literally and metaphorically.
And do you know what? You're not the only one who thinks that.
No,
lots of people like plants.
It's a popular opinion, isn't it?
Do you know what that plant's called?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, Fergus.
No.
What? Well, it is.
It's not. It's called a Rapunzel, which I thought was funny.
Yes, but I called that plant Fergus.
Oh, right.
I've named it.
Can you not call it Fergus? Please. That's not, sorry to anyone who's called Fergus out there.
But it's the first
I don't think anyone's called Fergus out there anymore.
It was the first time I thought of when you said, do you know what it's called?
Oh.
And I thought, quickly, come forward a little bit.
Did you ever know a Fergus?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never known a Fergus.
Yeah. And my friend Clarissa's younger brother was called Fergus.
Is that from Clarissa Explains It All?
She was quite condescending. She was like explaining it all.
Okay. See, only the name Fergus would be in a sitcom. It's not a real name.
Yes, that's back when it was okay to sort of make ginger people the sort of an emblem of grotesqueness, wasn't it? It's not really okay anymore to do that.
No, not at all. Clarissa's dad was played by that ginger guy.
Yeah.
Who was in that episode of Friends where Chandler keeps getting his bum smacked by his boss.
He's one of Chandler's work colleagues.
Yeah. And I think he also played, do you remember?
No.
Who am I going to say? Think about the show that we've loved the most, that we've watched more than anything.
Is he in Mad Men?
Mm-hmm. Whose dad is he in Mad Men? Your favourite woman.
Oh, he's Alison Brie's dad.
Alison Brie's dad. You love her, don't you?
I love Alison Brie.
Why?
Because she has a pretty face and she reminds me of my favourite food.
You've never eaten brie with me. I've never seen you eat brie.
Imagine if Alison Brie married Brie Larson.
I'm not doing it. That's too quirky. Stop it. Stop it
Brie.
now. Stop now.
Brie.
That's a Radio 1 segment. Stop. I know, sorry to be horrible about Alison Brie.
And Radio 1.
But Alison Brie she's just such an actress. She's such an actress. She was probably a child actress. She's just somebody who's just grown up and she just looks like such an actress. I love it when I see actors on TV that don't look like they were meant to be on TV. They're slightly weird looking and... Like
who? Adam Driver.
Yeah, Adam Driver's a good one. But he's so tall and muscular that he suits it.
But he was always... Well, he wasn't always tall. Of course, he was a baby. But he ever since he's been in the public eye, he's been tall. And he's never been... But he's not always been muscular. And I think his face has sort of changed. He's like really... It's because it used to be like nose and then a bit further back there was his face. And now his face is caught up to his nose, don't you think?
Well, that's growing up, aging.
Is it?
Yeah. Who's the guy in the who was in the other show that we used to love? What was it called? Boardwalk Empire. The one with the teeth. The Bukowski? No, not Bukowski. He's the strange looking man.
Steve Buscemi.
Yes, Steve Buscemi. He doesn't look like he was meant to be on TV. He's got too many teeth. That's the type of person.
Or not enough mouth.
People like that. You could argue Meryl Streep isn't actually, I mean, she's stunning, but she's not.
That's arrogant.
What?
Because you look like her.
I don't look like Meryl Streep, Alfie. That's
you look
very
more like
sweet.
Meryl Streep than anybody else.
That's very sweet. No, her nose is more kind of like, she's more owly than me. I do resemble an owl sometimes, but she's more owly. But we're both an owl.
You are.
Okay.
Barn or tawny?
I hate owls. I'm not a big fan. I had to pretend that I liked owls in Harry Potter. I fucking hate owls.
Yeah. I had to do
a DVD extra holding an owl and pretend that I was so excited to meet an owl.
Do you ever mourn the loss of the DVD extra?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. This is my favourite bit of the podcast that we do, by the way. This like
filler.
The bit at the beginning where we haven't quite decided what we're going to really get into the weeds of this week. We're looking for something. So like we almost hit on it with acts of love and acts of service, didn't we? But then we veered back away to just random shit chat.
I think we're both trying to stay away from a fight.
But I'm not trying to stay away from a fight. You get so in your own head about whether or not there is or isn't going to be a fight.
But the thing is, we could go into a fight territory with the acts of service route, because then I could start saying to you, you only ever got me a pigeon tote bag. And then we also could get into a fight.
From Latvia. Yeah.
And then
Which isn't true. I didn't only ever get you that.
No, I know. But that's the first gift I remember you giving me.
Yeah.
A tote bag. Which is, I love it. I'm just saying. And then we also could get into a fight if we analyze the fight yesterday. So we've chosen to talk about owls and DVD extras.
Yeah.
Because we're on a deadline because Alfie's got to go. Where are you going?
Stockton-on-Tees.
Okay.
Which is where I'll be when I'm editing this podcast. But I think we need to get into something. And maybe we could speak about your affair that you've decided to embark on today.
Oh, with the chimney sweep man, Paul.
So funny that you are going to have an affair with the chimney sweep.
I'm not going to have an affair with him. I can't work out if he was flirting, because I'm so not aware of. I've never been aware of when people are flirting with me.
Describe Paul for us, please.
Paul was a big fella.
Mm-hmm.
He's tall and big.
Yeah, you like both those things, don't you?
Love it.
He had
a broad back.
And a worker's hands.
With soot all over.
With soot on his face and on his hands.
On his hands.
And all of your breasts now. Sooty
Do you know
breasts.
what was really sexual actually was I had to go and watch him stick the pole up the chimney to do the CCTV. It was like a scan of the chimney. And so he had a little monitor where he could see the chimney, what was going on inside, where there was damp. And I had to watch him kind of like poke around. And look, can you see that? Can you see that? And I'd be like, oh yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that damp. Yeah, can you see that pipe? Yeah, I can see that pipe.
And that was sexual, was it?
It was sexual watching him do this with his hands and like sticking it up. That was sexual.
Watching him stick it up. That was sexual for you.
And like having to watch him do it. It was quite sexy.
Now we've recently had she's just such a cum hungry bitch, aren't you? It's insatiable, your appetite. And we've just had our kind of first clip go. It's not gone viral. I think by definition, it's not gone viral, but it has gone well. And it's one of our first clips for a little while, trying to grow the podcast, put more clips out, use the trial reel feature. Anyway, it's about the frequency of our sexual intercourse. And
everyone said that we don't have very much sex.
That's just not true. This is part of your selective, your positivity blindness. Have you looked at I've just, before when I was charging my phone upstairs, looked at all the requests on the Before We Break Up Again Instagram account. Give it a follow. And it was like 15 requests, all responding to that story that you did about like screenshotting negative comments. And then, we do have 4 kids, by the way, which is why we only have sex 2 or 3 times a week, you nutter. And then everybody's responding to that going, no, that's a lot. No, you are high drive. No, it is a lot. Oh, no, I'm on once a month and I'm lucky. There's so many sad men responded going, yeah, I don't know what to do. It's so...
Can I tell you something?
Yeah, you're going to go and fuck all of them.
Yeah.
Which one of you have a trade? Come around and you show me your trade and I'll give you a hand
chimney
shandy.
sweepers, please.
It isn't only chimney sweepers for you, by the way.
They're top now.
One of my first experiences with you was going into the chain hardware store Leyland, and then we left and you told me that you'd spoken to a bloke and he'd made you wet.
Alfie, that's not for public consumption. I was pregnant. I was very, very horny.
Also, another bit of bullshit you told me when you were pregnant is that you only find me attractive. Well, we soon disproved that in Leyland,
with
didn't
the first, that was true. With the first.
With the second, it was just sort of blanket horniness. Or me and tradespeople.
I just don't know. I really don't know. Two things. First of all, before I forget, there is my responses to that story that I did saying, these people are saying that that's not a high drive, that's not very much sex. I got more messages than I've ever got from men being like, I can't believe he only wants to fuck you twice a week. That is nowhere near enough in my humble opinion. Damn, girl. Twice a week, you poor thing. Comes just so many. And it was thrilling. I've never, ever, in all of my social media history, I've never got messages like that from men. So a few messages here and there from men with the hair stuff.
Yeah.
But always that it's about my ends or my tips or my split ends. It's never about, I want to fuck you.
Yeah. Must have been a weird experience of you like hanging out with your actor friends and them saying to you about all these horrid men that, my God, I've just been sent another dick pic. And you go, oh yeah, that's awful. Where's mine? You know?
Did I used to say that?
You said to me that like it's people tell you about, oh God, it's awful. And sending you dick pics and you go, yeah, it's bad, isn't it? But I'd like one.
Yeah, I think I tried to write about that.
Not an invitation to send her a dick pic, by the way.
Oh, no, I've now seen my fair share of dicks on OnlyFans. Yeah,
rated them.
You can't get away from the dicks on OnlyFans, which is par for the course.
And how am I doing? If you were, how can I compare thee to an OnlyFans dick?
You've got a very good textbook dick, don't you? We've gone over that. Over that. You said that. You said you've got a textbook dick. Anyway, we've gone over that. We're becoming quite lewd.
Well, it's only off the back of that previous reel.
I did look at some photos this morning. So I was trying to do, oh my God, because I have got something like 300,000 photos on my phone. I was trying to find some photos of my desk when it was Ten's Lego desk, because I was trying to work out when I last actually had a desk where I sat down to write. And my desk started becoming less and less my desk after 10 was born. So the first thing you see 2020, November 2020 onwards, when he was like 3 weeks old, was the little side cot as I was writing Sunset or editing Sunset. And then slowly the cot kind of starts coming a bit more onto the desk with baby toys and Donnie's stuff and the Margot stuff. And then very quickly, when we moved from there to the next flat, it was no longer there. The desk was gone. And then when we moved again, it was purely for Lego, the Lego desk. And I was trying to find a series of photos that could see that, sequence of events to try and say something about motherhood and how you do lose yourself, but stuff is also made out of that lost self. You see they're making stuff almost on your behalf, on your desk that was meant to be for your ideas, but now it's their ideas, and there's something beautiful in that, but there's also something really sad in that.
Don't you lose yourself?
Yeah, of course you do. I was in denial about that for a long time, trying to kind of paint this image of, motherhood's only amazing. But I think I'm now coming around to the idea that there's lots of
shit bits.
The sacrifice involved does require certain losses of self. And I don't regret anything. Like now that we have made this decision not to have another one, it's kind of, I'm able to see that more clearly. Whereas I think for 4 years I've been in limbo thinking, but I might still have another one. And I might still need those baby clothes, and I might still need to have a cot by the desk, and I might have to work out how I'm going to write if I have another baby, all of this stuff. So I was trying to find this photo or a series of photos, and there are so many lives within those photos that have grown from babies to adults. We have changed personalities so many times in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And yeah, the reason I'm saying this is because you saying, oh, you were, I didn't find just you attractive when I was pregnant with Margot, say. I don't remember anything. I was crazed with hormones for so many years. And looking back at those photos of different pregnancies and different births, it's like, oh my God, I don't know who any of these people are.
Yes, it's interesting now. This is the longest I've known you as a non-breastfeeding, regular perioded woman. So in a
Not
sense,
regular period, still have PCOS. I'll just say that. Thank you.
Yeah, but compared to where it was, it's pretty regular.
6 week cycle.
And that's a regular period, isn't it? It's just not.
It's abnormal.
It's abnormal, but it's regular.
Yeah.
You can count on it every 6 weeks.
I don't identify as regular, but that's fine.
And now getting to know you when you're not. Anyway, I quite
like it.
Quite like you.
Oh, good. Yeah, I like you too.
Yeah, but I'm this. Yeah.
You're not the same.
No.
You're nowhere near the same as you were 5 years ago.
No.
We've both changed so much. It's hard to say as well without grief and without cancellation and other things, what would have happened to our personalities.
Yes. I mean, I think that when you say it's a sacrifice, I mean, it's the same thing as, I'm losing weight, but I'm moody, and that, borrowed happiness from elsewhere. There is every choice involves the sacrifice of whatever eventuality was not having made that choice. And there are people who don't have kids because they want to sleep in and go to Amsterdam, and that's fine. That's cool. Good choice. Like, well done. But then you're not getting loads of the stuff that it is just about preference, and losing yourself, I think is that how you described it? Losing yourself with the changing of the desk? Losing your identity, losing who you are? Is that how you describe it?
I genuinely think it's more, it's not losing my entire self, because I would say most of my identity is now made up of it's mother. That's most of it.
Well,
but
that's what I was going to say.
The part that was my creative self, my own creative identity, rather than my creativity being about motherhood. That part was lost.
Okay.
And now that finally they're not babies, that's coming back, and it's really amazing. So now, only because I now realize how amazing that is, I'm also realizing that was lost.
Right. Okay.
Now that it's coming back. I always thought that all of the stuff that I was doing, even though it was about motherhood, it was still my creative pursuit. But now I'm realizing it's okay it's exciting to have ideas that now are not about motherhood.
Yes, it's one of the most fertile periods for you in a different sense. Maybe you can only be sort of gestationally fertile or creatively fertile, and you can't be both at the same time. You have to kind of choose in which area you're going to be fertile. But yeah, you recently have had so many more ideas and have framed them in a positive and excited way, much more so than you have for years. But when I first met you, and we'd be pushing a pram with a newborn baby in it around Regent's Park, getting to know each other, a lot of that conversation was based around your ideas for films and things. And it was one of the most amazing discoveries and things to discover about you, and worlds to be invited into, because it's so impressive, the range of your various creative drives and whatnot.
Yeah, it's nice to hear that, but I don't feel like I've got any proof of that right now. But
Yeah,
but I now don't really mind about the result. I think I feel like a failure because there were all those really good ideas that came to nothing. And if you've been in development for years and then nothing gets made, like nothing gets made into a film or TV or whatever, it feels like such a personal rejection. And the fact that thing died because it just couldn't be, there was no life for it on a channel or whatever. That's been so devastating. That now I've changed my outlook on those ideas. So now I have my first idea again in 3 years. Recently.
But it's a different idea and you don't need to go into big talk and
no,
you don't need to do any of the...
I don't need to go into a fucking production company. I'm going to write it and I don't care if it doesn't get made. I know I want to write it.
But also we're literally being filmed by a camera right now. There is sound equipment in this room. There is another camera. There is the facilities that exist now and the know-how because we're, better with this stuff ourselves.
Maybe we can film it ourselves.
Exactly. That's what I was driving at.
Okay. That's nice.
I'd do that.
Yeah. You have to star in it though.
Well, I wouldn't. I'd be directing it.
Okay.
Get some
you could direct it.
Toss pot to...
I was going to direct it, sorry.
Well, that's fine.
You can be my PA.
Can I be your best boy?
You are my best boy.
Okay, good.
So we'll do the thing that I talked about earlier, by the way. We'll do that another day because I think that should be an entire episode.
Sure.
Yeah.
Can't remember what that is, but sure.
We were going to talk about themes from your...
Okay.
I'm just conscious of the time because we've messed up so much today with our time. We've had a chimney sweeper in today. We've had a builder in today. Who did we have in yesterday?
Nobody.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Oh, tomorrow we've got the gardener people coming
The
in.
landscaper.
We're going to have to pay for all these things, aren't we? Jesus.
Yeah, well,
Me and Alfie are planning a trip to America. We also need to fund that. I'm going to try and fund, this is very exciting. I'm going to try and fund my boob job on OnlyFans.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm going to do a video. I need to go to M&S, the only place I buy underwear, to get different
It's
sizes.
not the only place.
It is the only place.
It's not the only place you buy underwear.
Tesco.
That's correct.
Sorry, Tesco. Of course. Tesco Extra Superstore.
Do you think you might treat your fresh breasts to a higher standard of bra?
Yeah. And I was thinking about this today, looking in the mirror at my boobs, thinking, oh, I've been so mean to them. What, am I fiddling too much?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, I could hear it.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, listener. I was fiddling with the button. I've been so mean to my boobs.
Why have you been so mean to your boobs? Because I've only ever been nice to them. I hope
you have.
I've been very affectionate and attentive to them.
I don't know why. Yeah, but I was looking in the mirror and thinking, will I miss these?
It's an interesting question.
I think I will miss them, but I'm ready to say goodbye.
Well, I think, these breasts are emblems of motherhood and having, you've had a relationship with your breasts that involves the feeding of your children far beyond, being there for titty dancing. Yeah.
And also they haven't been mine then. They haven't been mine in so long because they've either been breastfeeding or recovering from pregnancy or pregnant. So they haven't been my boobs were last mine at 26. And I never really acknowledged them in that before then as well. I never was like, wow, I've got nice boobs. Or I never looked in the mirror and really studied them. I never really was like, I never identified as a boob person. They were always strapped up. So I'm excited about paying attention to my boobs, even if they're fake. And I don't know, it's like with the car, when we got the car this week, I'm on that road now. There is nothing that can stop me from getting this boob job.
Yeah.
Apart from money. So we have to fund them. So I was thinking I'll go into M&S or Tesco Extra, get 4 different size bras, pad them with socks like our daughter has been enjoying doing recently.
Yep.
And then do a funny video being like, which size shall I get? And get the fans on OnlyFans to pick. They can pick my size. You're going to let
them choose your size?
Yeah, because I'll only choose size that I'm happy with.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones that the options I'll all have to be happy with. I wouldn't choose like an L cup.
So you're not going to go L, despite what we discussed?
I'm not going L.
That's a real shame.
What size genuinely would you like me to get? You've been researching boobs too. Well,
I just tried to look at the website that you showed me. And I think, I'm excited for you. I also like, boobs, so that hurrah. But I think I'm excited for you to feel confident. And that I think is the sexier thing it sounds like a wank, doesn't it? But like, what are you laughing at?
I'm just laughing at how funny it would be if I get massive boobs and then I only wear like 5 sports bras at all times, and I still wear stuff that's just.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a bit, what are they now?
No, you have a little guess, Alfie. Go on. What would you say my boob size is now?
38A.
38?
No.
38A?
No. You're like a 32B, aren't you?
No, I'm a 34C.
Okay. Great.
I don't really think I'm a C though anymore.
What do you think you are? A B?
I'm a 34. I'm a 34B or a 36C. That's what I've been for fucking.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't
ages.
matter. You wear sports bras, so they're not real. It's not a bras. It's not cup sized, is it? Sports bras.
No,
because
like I've never been able to wear an underwide bra.
Yeah.
And I don't think I ever will.
Okay. But you will.
Well, I'm gonna have to, but I don't know how. I think I'll stay away in my sports bras.
I think we'll get you to Bravissimo.
Yeah, can't wait to go to Bravissimo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry I just think it's funny to try and fund my boob job by OnlyFans.
It is funny to fund your boob job via OnlyFans.
I'll have to get those fan numbers up though.
How much?
Otherwise it's going to be like 4 fans.
Well, you just need, if everybody chips in a few quid, it'd be all right.
I think it's, a consultation costs about £200 to £250. I booked 2 consultations. I would like to book 3 because then I've got a good, idea of what's out there.
Yes. Then you're doing what we never do when we buy anything.
Exactly. Yeah. I will say that all 3 recommendations have come from one woman on Instagram.
Is this
who seems really nice, and I've had a nice little chat with her. Thank you. You know who you are. To be fair, a couple of people have recommended one particular guy.
Who is the guy who you've got the consultation with?
No, he's the one that I haven't got the consultation with, who's the one who's obviously award-winning and popular. And he's not available to the end of February, and I want to get the boob job before we go on our road trip because then I can show off the boobs on the road trip. And also, I won't tell any of my family. So on the road trip, I'll like debut my boobs.
Yeah.
In like a fuck off bikini type thing. And be like, ha, I got it. You couldn't stop me and I haven't died. Don't worry.
Yeah. So
that's the only reason I'm not telling my mum is so that she doesn't get worried.
Halfway between Austin and wherever we're going, we should do like a Daisy Duke.
Yes.
You with a cowboy hat and a pink bikini. And I'll film you washing the car.
Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. I can sell that content too. Yeah. I just think it'd be fun to debut them.
Yeah. A big launch. What can I launch?
Your new abs.
Yeah.
That could be your deadline. If I do go through with this and I get an operation date, you could use that as a date that you have to run 5K and have abs.
Okay. Yeah. Just before, it'd be nice before we're 40 to get.
We're not 40 for a long time. Can you not say that again? Don't say that ever again.
Yeah, but I think it's a nice little.
No.
Because we're nearly 40.
Alfie, shut up.
We're so nearly 40.
Oh my God, shut up.
40 is a great age. I don't understand what the problem is and why it's scary. Like, just come on.
I know.
Like, live with it. Everything's great.
Yeah. But just when you're 39, then we can start saying that. But can we just not do that right now?
We're 40 next year.
Shut up. Oh my God.
You didn't realise that yet?
Yeah, I did.
We're 40 next year.
I can't believe that 10 is going to be 6 this year.
That name's confusing with ages, isn't it?
He's going to be 6. He still seems like a 3-year-old.
Mm-hmm. That's worrying.
No.
Fucking idiot, this kid. He's so fucking stupid.
Anyway.
He's very sweet and kind of.
He's the best. He is the best. I don't have favourites, but if I did, have favourites, he does. I mean, he started being quite rude in the last few days, so he's gone
very
down.
Rude.
He's gone down, but no, they're all my favourites on different days.
That's the best way for it to be.
Yeah, the girl is really been amazing in the last few days.
Yes, you've done some trauma bonding with her.
Yeah, we had this half an hour chat the other night where we were both just crying for half an hour because she's very empathetic. I was very empathetic as a child. So I picked up a lot on...
And where did that go?
That went with... You're a horrible person. It didn't ever go.
It didn't ever go, no.
I think I am empathetic.
I think you are empathetic. It was just a joke. I've got to kind of leaven this.
Right.
I'll just be the light relief.
Are you the funny guy?
Well, I think, certainly how this episode is working is that I'm sort of interviewing you, but like just cutting in every now and again with a kind of
You're upset that the episode's not about you, isn't it? It's about my boobs.
I feel like your boobs are about me though.
And I got you that plant, so let's not forget that.
Fucking plant, didn't you? She's very empathetic and she noticed that I was quite sad and can we talk about the idea of Las Vegas for a second? We're not doing it, but... You want to talk about the idea of Las Vegas?
Well, I said to her, because she's always thought that we're going to get married and she's always said that she wants to be our flower girl. Mm-hmm. Which is such a sweet thing because you know how you think about marriage when you're a little girl? Well, I didn't, but she did. She is. She's being much more, traditional than I was. Mm-hmm. But she keeps thinking that we're going to get married. She's going to be our bridesmaid, flower girl. And then I thought, it would be really fun to go to America because I don't have many friends. I do worry about a wedding. I really do. Like it really makes me anxious. And I just think that it shouldn't make me anxious having a wedding. It should be something that's really exciting. So why don't we just do it on our own? It would be really fun. And I thought, she would be so devastated if we did that because she so wants to be involved.
Yeah. And even if we did go to Las Vegas and get married, we'd still have a party.
Yeah.
Surely.
No, definitely. But then she wouldn't have that formal role.
What is like when you think about what we are now and what we would be if we were married, what's the difference to you? Like what difference does being married make to you? Why, if you do you want to get married?
I genuinely want to get married because as a parent, you are involved in so many situations where that formality, that ticking of the box.
You want to get married for box ticking reasons? Absolutely.
Like I just want to have, in an A&E situation, I want to be able to say, this is my husband. If you were sick, I would like to be like, I'm his wife. I'm his next of kin.
Why don't you just start doing that?
I do. No, I don't say husband, but I always... you're my next of kin on everything. And
yeah. And you're my emergency contact, of course. So you don't need to be married to do that. So
I hope I am.
What's the fucking problem?
No, exactly. There is no problem, but I don't know. I don't know why. It's like a switch that's just suddenly gone off in the last 6 months. I've just been like, need to get married.
Recently, I've sort of thought, maybe I'll just say, because I don't like saying partner.
I hate saying partner.
But I do. Because I don't want to say, my girlfriend and our 4 kids. That sounds a bit...
You haven't committed.
We've got 4 kids together. I'll see how serious I feel about her in a couple of months. Is there anything about how people feel about marriage traditionally, the joy, the pledging your love to one other person forever in front of your friends and family? like the ceremony of it, the commitment, what it means to be unified totally with somebody, like and formalizing a lifelong commitment to the person that you love more than you ever loved anybody else. Is there anything like, and wearing a dress? Is there anything about any of those things that get you thinking, I wish that we were married? Or is it just about, I cannot call this bloke who's nearly 40 my boyfriend?
Yeah, it's mainly that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we've done that. I feel completely committed, and I know
we've got a podcast together. You know?
I don't feel like our love has to be shown off, or I feel more in love than you would ever, and more in love with you than ever. And I don't need to have I definitely don't want to be fucking wearing a dress.
Like, what are you going to do? Are you going to wear a suit?
There's just so many things about the wedding that kind of gross me out. And make me really anxious. There's
lots about traditional marriage and traditional wedding that makes me feel anxious.
Like the food.
No, that doesn't make me feel anxious. I think it's the fact that you are owned by your father, and then he exchanges with me ownership of you. And now I own you, and then we all drink the dowry. And that whole element of, let's do speeches. No women, like, I know that you can move marriage on and past that, but the whole root of that makes me feel a bit like, and the kind of virginal white, I just want to feel like it's the whole precious.
This is the most beautiful day of your life.
Bridal thing. And it's like, don't all the bridesmaids look lovely? And
then women go on a Ozempic to get in their dress. Stuff like that just makes me, the whole thing, I feel anxious about.
Fine. If you want to go on Ozempic, go on Ozempic.
No, I know, but the idea that you have to be thin for your wedding day, that's mad. Like, you have to look your best ever for your wedding day. I find it all quite... that's not to say I haven't enjoyed going to some weddings, but I don't see that happening for us. I just don't. And I don't want that to happen for us. I want it to be weird.
Well, I quite like, but the thing is that nobody's forcing you to have duck. Like, you can eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, at your own wedding. That's the beauty of it.
I would want, food vans, frozen yogurt.
Yeah, me too.
A frappe station.
No, we're not having I'm going to be in charge of drink. You can, but
a Guinness station and a frappe station. You choose.
Yeah, or maybe we get a few kegs of Beamish in. Anyway, I think that
I'll have my one friend in this corner.
You have more friends than that, and it must be insulting for your friends to hear that you only have one friend. Because I think
they would know that I'm like that, though. That's okay.
Yeah, I suppose if they're your friend, they know that you're. Yeah,
it's okay.
So.
I just feel bad for Margot now, because I just know she really would like to be involved. So that's the
But Jessie, we are going to have a party though.
Yeah, but I want to get married in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, we will, but then we'll also get married. We'll do the legal bit in Las Vegas, and then we'll do a party bit in a warehouse somewhere. And we'll wear matching suits. We'll order pizza. We'll get a Guinness stand. We'll have a band play, and I will sing, and I will sing You Right Down the Line by Jerry Rafferty. And it'll be a really nice thing, but without everybody going, and here is the thing that happens in the signing of the bollocks. And if you love that, that's great. I don't, there is no wrong thing to think is important, apart from the kind of sort of misogynistic roots of the tradition of marriage. I think that is wrong. But any of the ceremony that you love and that you get into and you like all the traditional garb and whatnot, golden. I don't, and you don't. And so we wouldn't do that, and we don't have to do that. And nobody has to do anything they don't want to do.
Well, I also thought it'd be funny if we did it in Las Vegas and you could dress, me and you could dress in exactly what Lily Allen and David Harbour wore, because they got married in Las Vegas. And it would be, I just think that'd be really funny.
Did she have her new boobs when she got married?
No, she got her new boobs after he allegedly, they allegedly, the whole thing, the whole explosion.
Yes. What's the girl's name in the album? Maddie or Madeline?
Madeline. I love her.
You love Madeline?
No, I love Lily.
Oh, right.
You have to go now. We are very grateful for you listening. We had, I think, a very interesting episode yesterday that Alfie refuses to release, but I did nag him a lot. It was mainly nagging him about cleaning and dishwashing. I didn't mean to go down that route, but sometimes it's nice to ambush him and just, because I just think you can improve in little areas. But I now appreciate that the podcast is not the right place to do that.
Jessie,
I'm sorry.
I think you can improve in little areas.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to broadcast your negative traits to the...
I think we should. I think that's what we should be doing on this.
I mean, I think we do that a little bit, but I think there's a difference between sort of voicing... It sounded like yesterday that there was... that you were using the podcast to air grievances. And there was no real way for me to fight back. No,
and you had lost the will to live.
No.
So you couldn't be funny about it.
Yeah.
Because you were being quite mean about my decor, my flat before we had kids and stuff. So I was just kind of responding.
You
to that.
Tell me. I merely mentioned that the house that we live in right now, which is obviously occupied by many children, and you can tell from the look of the house that children live here. I'm just saying that you could also tell that in your flat before. Did I say anything unfair?
No, but I took it as unfair and I responded, yeah.
Do you see where we've had a problem there?
Yeah. What? Why are we so bad at organising our time? Because I just realised I've got to go and get her from nursery right now.
I don't know. I mean,
it's so terrible.
We just...
I spent too long with that plant. I was unboxing it for you. You didn't even make a noise. You came in here. I wanted to come in here with you and to be like,
but I didn't.
You didn't even say anything. I had to be like, did you like the plant?
I'm sorry. I didn't realise it was a plant for me.
It was a surprise plant.
But I just thought you'd bought plants because you like plants. I didn't realise it was for you. I mean, this is like now.
That's me trying to make the decor less childlike.
It's a shared space and that's a plant. And I love the plant, but I didn't realise it was a gift, and I apologise because I do love the plant. I do really, really love the plant.
I expect a
Jessie,
plant.
I really love the plant.
I want a plant now. You have to get me a surprise plant.
But you voided the element of surprise there, haven't you?
Okay. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Thank you for listening, one and all. Tune in next week and for another episode of you know the score.
It might not.